Hello and welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we discuss and review all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. What we have today, we're back at it with Beasts of the Mesozoic, the Tyrannosaur series, and up next we have Guanlong. And you see the packaging before you. Not very large, but yep, we got it going on with Guanlong right now. So you see the artwork on our right. You see the figure and accessories clearly within. There's that collectible card, and there is a backdrop behind all of that, which we'll see when we get everything out of packaging. You see Beast of the Mesozoic up there up top. Same thing there on the side. Turning around so we can check out the back. You've got Guanlong Wakai, and this is a 1/18 scale figure, and some info on Guanlong. Guanlong was one of the earliest known tyrannosaurs, living 92 million years before T-Rex. Known for its distinctive head crest, for which it was named, Guanlong probably used this structure solely for display, as it was too fragile for any other purpose. This also lends to speculation about the vibrant colors of the crest, which may have been used to attract mates. The stats: Guanlong was up to 3 meters or 10 feet long. The location was, I'm going to butcher the name, the Shisugu Formation in Zhejiang, China. I think I got that part right. The time period, late Jurassic, 160 million years ago, discovered by Zhejiang at 2006. Yeah, the writing is pretty small because the box is small, so my apologies on that particular pause. Features this figure is 8 inches long, 19 points of articulation, optional standing rod parts, and 3 sets of interchangeable feet. Posable wire is in the tail and a detailed base. And then there at the bottom, you see the rest of Wave 1 of the Tyrannosaur series. You've got the 1/6 scale Dinosaur. You've got Tyrannus, the 1/35 scale Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, our big dog, the 1/18 scale Tyrannosaurus Rex, and our previously reviewed juvenile T-Rex. So we've got them all. We're going through them. Well, we don't have them all. I don't have the 1/6 scale Dinosaur, but I have everything else, and we're working our way through them. So we're back to the front. So without further ado, we're going to get Guanlong out of packaging. Here's a look at that backdrop, and if it looks like it's a blur, it isn't. It isn't a blur. This is. It's almost. I'd have to say this is a foggy type of scene there. There are trees behind it, but yes, that looks like fog clouds just hovering down there. So this is probably supposed to be a dank swamp or something. Anyway, that's the backdrop that came with our Guanlong. And here's the included base. And you see the nice detail there. You've got like a sandy base there surrounded by rock, and then we've got pieces of rotted wood. So pretty nice. You've got the porthole for the base rod that'll fit in there, and nothing going on the bottom there, but pretty standard, pretty nice. And here is that rod that goes into that porthole. The round side goes in, and then you've got the top side that you can put in the attachments that are also included, and one being this right here, which is for the holes of the torso, upper or lower. And then you've got this right here, which is very, very small. See if we can zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. There, that's better. So we've got this right here, and I'm assuming that this probably braces a leg. We'll see when we get to that portion of the review. Speaking of legs, we get 2 additional sets of toes. As you can see, we've got these would be considered the closed toes, I guess, I'm assuming. And here are our step-off toes, as you can see how they're right there, and you can see best that these are the step-off toes. And of course, the included collectible card. It's got the information, and on this side we have an illustration or photo of the actual figure. The other side has the artwork that we saw at the front of the packaging. It's covered here while it's in the baggie because we've got the instructions on how to apply the tail, which of course comes detached from the figure. You may need to use heat, and it also shows how to apply the toes. So pretty good. And so here we have Guanlong on our base, and very striking colors there, especially the crest. Very striking, and that blue is definitely derived from the inspiration bird that these colors were taken from and based upon. It was a northern cassowary. It was a flightless bird, and it had that blue that we see on the crest, kind of like the upper neck and back of the head, so to speak. And as is customary with beasts of the Mesozoic, they get their inspiration from modern day birds and reptiles and amphibians. With the Tyrannosaur series, they're getting it from either birds or lizards. So yeah, the inspiration come from anywhere. Anyway, it's looking pretty nice. Let's get our Guanlong off the base and get a closer look. So we've got Guanlong, as you can see. If you keep the legs like separated, like in a stepping motion, you can get it to stand. You will of course have to have your figure, be stand semi-erect. You won't be able to get that near horizontal pose because he'll just keel over. But as you can see, you can get him to stand. Now, in terms of the length, the back of the packaging, the information stated that it was 8 inches long. I took a measurement. It was actually closer to 8.5, but considering how the tail ends in spread out plumage there, if you estimate where the tail, the actual tail was ending, it's about 8. Now, this is a 1/18 scale figure, and it's supposed to be representative of a 10-foot animal. You do the calculations with the 8 inches. You'll come out. This is technically our Guanlong is oversized because it represents a 12-foot long animal, and that I took into account the feathers, at the end of the tail. So I'm not mad. It's close enough and beautiful. So that's what we'll do there. Is we'll go with that particular measurement. That's all good. So let's take a closer look at our Guanlong to check out those vivid colors. All right, after getting our Guanlong far away enough from the lens so that we wouldn't go out of focus, took a little time to do that, but we've got it going on now. You can see that the nice blue there at the snout, and it's kind of a green, like almost a lime green for the crest, and the snout, you see it's got that blue and it's got the black spots there, and the lower jaw has got also is rocking that blue. That blue on the lower jaw is a different shade of blue than you have there on the upper portion of the snout. And as far as the eyes, if you could see that, the eyes are they're yellow with black pupils, and you see there's a nice cascade of colors going on. Look there at the throat, all the way down there, it's red. We've got the blacks there. You've got like cream colored streaks coming from the eyes going down, and you see the feathers along the neck, and then turning up in that upper torso. You look at the that left forelimb. You can see some pre-feathering going on there, and on the outside of the hand, if you will, the claws, the paws. You see it's black, and the claws painted black on the on the interior of the claw. It's that blue, as you can see, and you can see that the claw is painted black on that side. Turning to the neck, you see the nice colors there. Starts out like a red, and it gets lighter as it goes down the neck until it, oh, that's on me there. And there we go. We're back in focus. Now you can see the feathering there. It turns cream there at the underbelly. You could see the definition of the feathering that's going on down there. Turning back to the torso, we've got black starting at the top, and then it melts into a brown, back into black, and then back into brown, and then it goes to that underbelly, that cream color. Hind limb, black feathering, and then when you get down to, we'll call it the ankle, it gets it has that same blue that we see there with the inner paw and the snout. Then going down for the feet, you see how we got it with the claws painted black. And then, of course, with the tail, I'm losing focus again. With the tail, you see what we got there. I'm gonna turn it around. Hopefully that'll help me with my focus. There we go. It's black there, underside, browns, and then it goes into cream. You see the holes there because it's a bendy wire tail, and you see what's going on there at the end. You got that striping there, and you see how the tail ends. I estimate that the actual tail ends somewhere around the second, maybe just a little after that second to the end ring, and the rest, would be considered feathering. But even with that, it's still, our Guanlong is still somewhat oversized. So it is what it is. Turn back around so you can see him, if we can get him in focus. If we can get him in focus. There we go. This is a rough one, guys. Okay, there we go. Guanlong wants to be, either Guanlong's being uncooperative or my camera is. Take your pick. It's becoming the same thing. Anyway, I'm going to get him a little bit zoomed out so we can look at that articulation. Guanlong is coming in with 19 points of articulation. We'll start with the mouth there, his jaw. Got the articulation there. My jaw is a little offset too. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but yes, when I close it and then I looked at it underbelly, it's off to the left side there. So I'll probably see if I can get that more in line. You've got head articulation right there. So you can go up, down, left, right, and then in conjunction with the neck, which you have articulation up, down, left, right with that, you can get the head to turn pretty decently when you look at it from that angle. Pretty nice right there. You've got on the forelimbs, could rotate and flail out a little bit. You've got articulation there at the elbow, and that also sways out some. And then right there at the paw, you've got articulation there. Mid-torso, go in and out, or rather left and right, up and down, and you can twist it a little bit. You get rotation there at that hind limb at the hip. Articulation at the knee, and then at that, we'll call it the ankle or secondary joint there. It also swivels. And then you've got articulation for the feet / toes. Goes up, down, and you can rotate it. And then, of course, the tail. You can go up, down, left, right, and then it is bendy wire. So you got that going on too. So that is the articulation scheme for our Guanlong. Here I've got Guanlong with a stepping off foot on the left and the closed toe foot on its right side, and putting a kind of a nice pose, like it's either chasing something or being chased by something larger, which it's unfortunate that That could happen to you. You know, you didn't know what you'd become, what you'd evolve into, but you got to start somewhere. So it's a sure bet that Guanlong was nowhere near the apex predator in its region or time. But it is what it is. And even though Guanlong may have been small by Tyrannosaur standards, still was a sizable creature. He would have definitely given a human being a run for its money. As you can see, as we have the Jurassic World Hammond Collection Robert Muldoon. So you get an idea what a Guanlong would be, the size it would be standing next to a human, even though, once again, this Guanlong is somewhat oversized, but you kind of get it. It looks to be about Jurassic Park Velociraptor size. And now to really give our Guanlong an inferiority complex regarding its size, here we have the juvie Tyrannosaurus Rex. And to further humiliate our Guanlong, we've got Big Daddy in the house, our first in this series, Tyrannosaurus Rex itself. So there you have it. Look at that right there. Guanlong, this is what the Tyrannosaur started off as, and look what they evolved into. Crazy. So wrapping the review up for our Beast of the Mesozoic 1/18 scale Tyrannosaur series Guanlong. Very nice little figure here. The colors are very nice, especially when you talk about the crest and the snout. It's definitely very, very vibrant, and the rest of the coloration is very nice too. It's not crazy flamboyant. I think it matches the species. I think it's appropriate for this particular species, being that it was a smaller predator, smaller animal. It makes sense that it could have the type of colors that it has. And I think it's pretty nice. The base is decent. 19 points of articulation. Very, very nice. Yeah, I don't know what else I could say. The backdrop is kind of bananas. As you see, I've got Guanlong up against it with that evening fog. And yeah, looks pretty nice. And it's number 3 in our quest to go through the first wave of the Tyrannosaur series. We've got one more to go, and I saved the well, I don't know if I'll say it's the best, but definitely a highlight for this particular wave, and that's what we'll be checking out real soon. So that'll do it for this review, guys. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below on what you think about Guanlong and the Tyrannosaur series in general, Beast of the Mesozoic as a whole, and let me know what you think, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell if you want to be notified for when I upload another video. That's always encouraged. So that'll do it this go around, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.